Good morning. It is Wednesday, August 31st. This is our fairly usual morning play session where the dogs have come out after rest at night. And right now we have two guests. This is Oliver, who's visiting us from Novato. Hi, Oliver. And then we have a little dog we call Mini Sophie, who really thinks she's a Washoe, but she's a little dog. But was painted with the same colouring as the Washoe that I have anyway. And then there's the two Washoe. There's Bella, who's the female, and Dance, who's the male. They're brother and sister. And then that barky one there is, this one's our Sophie. And then we have Miss Eddie here, who's our matriarch. She's about 9 now, 9 going on 10. So she does a little bit of running around still, not a whole bunch, but a little bit. Particularly when a ball or a toy comes out, then she chases the dog who's chasing the toy. Otherwise, that's a fairly typical position for her. Once play starts again, she will probably join in. It's a very typical day in we're at the north end of Petaluma, near Kotari, and it's fairly typical morning weather where the marine layer is pretty thick. Although I'm not wearing a raincoat, you could probably wear a raincoat. And then it burns off by around 11:30, something like that. And then we have, as the UPS man said the other day, we have instant hot. So suddenly it becomes a hot day. This here's our shade area for when it gets really hot. Okay, so here's our morning routine recently has been, the next door neighbours have these two huge horses, and what the one will do is he'll stick his head and nose over the top of the fence, which will then drive the dogs crazy. Come on, Sophie! Good girl! When I say come Sophie, of course both Sophies come. Good girl, Sophie, good come. Come, Sophie. They're still looking to see if the horse will come back. Miss Bella is the queen bee, a female Washoe. She's the queen bee of everybody, and then she loves to play with Miss Sophie, and they rough and tumble and play tag around. I've got this great tree stump in the yard, and they play tag around that, hide and seek around it. It's way fun to watch. And then when Mini Sophie comes, Mini Sophie and Dance just play, it seems like non-stop. This is sort of the play they have. Well, Bella and Sophie do that kind of play, where they're chasing around, running around. Mostly Bella running, Sophie chasing. I think Bella is probably in first gear, if there were such a thing. It's a nice group. So the tree stump is our first piece of agility equipment. Not really, but it's something that the dogs can climb on and jump on and play around. And then I was gifted an old dog walk, which needs a little bit of work, but will end up out here, and so we can play dog walk, which will be great fun. So there we go, typical morning. And they'll be out here for an hour or so, and then we'll go in and have breakfast. Eddie's always watching me, looking for cues as to when it's time to go inside, because then she's one food motivated queen, and if I make those certain moves, she's in a crate immediately, because then it means we're going to get fed. So she's always watching me, waiting for those particular cues. These guys, they're watching, but they're also happy enough to play. And Sophie is letting the horse know that she's there. I think she'd rather play with the horse rather than attack it. When we didn't have the fencing up, when we first moved up here and we had wire fencing while they put the fencing up, she would run up and down with the horses who would run up and down on the other side. It was quite fun to watch. Sophie! Sophie, come! Good girl! Off she goes. Anyway, hope you're having a great day. We are here.